Whoa, sorry about that. Brief internet hiccup. I think. Maybe. Are we back? I can't tell. I don't even know how to tell. The little red thing up there seems to suggest that I'm not back. I don't know, I guess whatever the opposite of F's in chat is when we come back, if anyone can see this. Are we back? Does anyone know? Can anyone see me? How do I, we're back! Whew. Oh, we're back. Alright. Man, what a ride. I have hiccups the whole day. Man, the internet was good. Yeah, internet hiccup. Yeah, if you had hiccups all day, like the real ones, that would be problematic. Our internet was doing so good. And then we had like this crazy storms come across the state a couple weeks ago. And now I keep having weird, like little internet blips. And it is not cool. Very unfortunate. All right. Where were we? We were... Oh, we need to fix the GitHub MLI file. Because this looks different now. Token response does not have this, does not have this, and this is down here, though that's not actually important. I gotta do everything over here. This needs to be where I do things. Expires in refresh token, token type. Okay, that's all fine, that's there. Everything else seems good. I don't actually expose the error types in the CMI file, or MLI file, sorry. So that should be fine. Build. Oh, right. Main. Okay. So we have to pop that down here, but it's looking for refresh token and stuff. It's trying to do a match on refresh token, which is never going to work. We back? I think we're back. I think we are back. Delete these 3 lines. Whoops. Wait a second. Now delete these 3 lines. Okay. I'm assuming we're back. I'm just going to keep rolling. Yeah, I'm just fixing the MLI file, fixing the way that the front end looks at what comes back. Because it was still looking for like a refresh token. And the refresh token is not going to come back. Because GitHub doesn't give us one of those. Or at least it doesn't appear to. No. So we need to get rid of this. Oh, we back. Oh, what is this? On line 152? Hello? Isn't that, didn't I just... Oh. Excuse me. This is talking about in Savvy. Right, I've got to actually pull things from Savvy. Alright, good enough for now. Cool. Let's test that our error handling works. So we run this. We come back over here to GitHub. And we attempt once more to authenticate with GitHub. should fail. It failed, but it didn't release. It didn't actually give me the response. Why did it not handle that response? Oh, that's not gonna be main. Wait, if we go to here, yeah, it's not actually it's not reaching this point. This is where we should see. We should see this. So that means this is bad. So it's the error that's not getting matched correctly. Token error of JSON with error description. We have error description and error URI up here, right? Token errors. Yeah, error description, error URI. That is, let me check. Error description, error URI. Yeah, those are correct. Should this just be URI? Is it mad about that? Let's try just that. Oh, right. It can't be just URI. Because it's... yeah. Because we're using it for JSON, so it's gotta be our fancy wrapped JSON. So we have that. So do we want to put an... we should put something down here. We're not getting that error. We're trying to do a token match of JSON. So let's do print inline. Oh wait, I can't print inline here because JSON's not a string. Well, let's just do body string again. Print it there. And this isn't printing. Unless that's what this is. But no, that should still, even if that was printing, it should still return an error, which should get caught and should show the right thing. Somewhere in here it's breaking unexpectedly. But why? That is our challenge. Let's just print some stuff. You know, it's never a bad day to just print some stuff. Maybe one of these things is not printing correctly, and printing stuff will be will be our solution. All right. Dune build. Execute. GitHub. Authenticate. Authorize. Nothing. Absolutely none. Okay. So we're not even making it. Oh, this is the wrong file. GitHub. So we're not even making it here. So that's useless. So is it this that's breaking? Or is it this? Let's, ooh, maybe we could just try. So if we make it here, then it means that the error is not throwing on this line. If we don't make it here, then it's probably this, because we've we've print lined here before. Alright, so we print lined here, we know we get here. It seems like this might be the suspicious line, but if we make it here, then that tells us that we're at least matching incorrectly in here somewhere. So let's build and try again. Ugh. Auth is so hard. Why do anybody roll their own auth? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got that body, but we didn't get we made it. So that tells us exactly where we're erroring. All right, so we hit this. We did not hit this. So yo JSON safe from string body string is not being unwrapped correctly. So let's actually print line that body string again. Let's see what it looks like. Because my expectation is it should look like this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not gonna look like that though. And that should be okay. It should handle the error. So why doesn't it? There's somewhere else that we're not error handling then. We're not catching this error. So this is attempting to marshal or unmarshal this JSON object. And it's attempting to do that into a shape that looks like this, but this is not the shape that's coming back. It's instead finding this shape, token error. So how do I get it to, how do I handle this error? We need, I don't want to do a try. Can I do a match case here? Here it is, say from string, body string. Wait, why isn't that? Okay, hold on. I need to see the string again. I need to see what it looks like. So this is the error we're actually getting. Boop. Right. So this is not getting, this looks like it needs to be URL decoded though. Is YoJSON gonna handle that? I mean, the stuff that came back before the access token stuff is, wait a second, is that the problem? It's not sending JSON, it's sending a URL encoded string. Am I just an idiot? Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, this is expecting LDD body, toString body. This gets us this. I'm kind of wondering what it looks like when we hit our regular one up here. Yeah, let's try this. Let's look at, where is callback? All right, so where we get our body string, exchange code for token, that's in here. And we get our body string right here. And then we can do print endline body string. So this is in our regular OAuth flow that uses the Beyond Identities hosted web authenticator. So let's just get rid of all that stuff. Run this. Let's go to slash. Let's authenticate here. I don't remember what email address I'm using. It's probably that one. And we've got our code is I'm not going to create. Aha. This returns actual JSON. Okay. That's our issue. We figured it out. We aren't looking to unmarshal JSON. We need to unwrap URL decoded values. So we need to go back to the drawing board. Actually, hold on. How much random junk have I just added to Savvy? Hello, caps lock. Main GitHub OAuth client. Okay, we can safely ignore this one. Wow. So let's look at main GitHub and let's go to GitHub first. So the only changes we really made are this, which we've made these changes over in Savvy already. Don't need to make that change. Don't need to make that change. Don't need to make that change. I just want to make sure we've got all of our changes that we need to bring back over to the real Savvy implementation before we start working on this over on the real Savvy side. Okay, that's updated. Main. The only thing that's really changed here is I took that stuff out. This is the wrong main anyway. Oh no, we're in the vendor one. Okay. Okay, so these changes are all reflected in real Savvy then. So let's we're back in there. All right, let's come back over to real Savvy. Made those changes. Now we need to go back to GitHub and we need to update this exchange code for token. Exchange code for token, we hit this URL, we get a body string, and it is not JSON. This line will not ever work. How do we parse URL decoded? I feel like I've done this somewhere already though. OCaml URL decode. I don't want to do it online. Brr. OCaml URL. This looks like the right one. Hello? Alright. I don't want to spend much time on this. We're just going to ask the robot. How do I convert a URL encoded string into an object in OCaml? Okay, URI of string. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to manual parse this. Parse equals parse query string query. I don't want the. Oh, there was just a package for this. I swear there was a package for this. Okay. ChatGPT not helpful today. New approach. Come here. Right here. Do control K. Whoops. Supposed to be here. Stop. Here. Whatever. The response from the server is not JSON. It is instead something that looks like this. And we'll just grab our where'd you go? There you are. Update the code to URL decode instead of JSON. What do we call this? JSON unmarshal. What are you talking about? I just have the wrong model. Where's auto? Just put me back on auto then. default? There we go. Holy cow, that's so many things. All right. Parse the URL encoded. What is this doing? Why is this text so small? Gotta be a way to make this bigger. How do I zoom in? View. It should not be so hard to make this bigger so I can actually see it. Zen mode, zoom in, control plus equal. There we go. Sheesh. Alright, what is it trying to do? So it's going to grab utils parse form. Wait, do I already have a parse form? Maybe I do. Did I already write a utility for this? That'd be handy. And match list associate opt error with begin, none, begin. It grabs this. So it's going to do error handling first. Error begin. Let error description equal error description params. Let error message. It's not called message though. Equals match error description with some description none error. Okay, print line error message. Otherwise, if there's no error, it's going to attempt to grab a bunch of stuff. This stuff doesn't actually exist, but it's fine. We'll fix that. LWT return OK token. You have also, yeah, whatever. I think it's acceptable. Sketchy. This just feels like a sketchy change. All right, well, we're gonna take it though. Now we're broken, but that's fine. Story of my life. All right. What is this parse form? Oh, it doesn't exist, is what you're telling me. Ah! I swear though. Yeah, okay. Parse form doesn't exist. Cursor, you've steered me wrong. Undo. Undo. Reject. Reject. Alright, we're doing this ourselves. The robots are not being helpful today. Wait, did I not save? Save. Okay. So, we got this. Let's actually look at ChatGPT's. Ooh, let's try Gemini. New chat. I'm working on a library in OCaml and I have the following lines, but I just realized that the response from the server is not JSON, but a URL encoded string. That looks like the, let's do this. Here is a code snippet. Here is the response from the server. Help me understand the best way to Rest Claude 4. Oh, I haven't used Claude. Yeah. I haven't used Claude 4 yet. I'll have to check that one out. Gemini has just had some pretty recent breakthroughs that I feel like have made it pretty useful. Let's see. Useful. That'll work. Yeah, I've been using Gemini just because I happen to have a pro account because I have a student email address that lets me get one for a year for free. So I've been using Gemini Pro a little bit more. I've been impressed with some of the stuff that it's done. Actually, one day, whenever I first got it, I had just seen that keynote from Microsoft where they had the guy go on stage and like discover a liquid coolant for servers on stage live. I thought that was really cool, so I went with Gemini Pro and had it discover and develop a kitchen cleaning solution because I wanted to build, or I was like, it would be interesting to create something that's a little more child safe that's also foaming, and I don't know. So I have like an entire like chemist's white paper on how to build this new kitchen cleaner that I have no idea what I'm going to do with since I am not a chemist. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting to say the least. All right, so here's what it's suggesting, how we might modify our code. So it's gonna have us grab that body string, and then it's gonna get query of string body string. All right. Yeah, you should. I think Gemini is pretty cool. You can get it for free if you don't. Well, the Pro one is paid, and then obviously the Ultra is like super expensive. It's like $250 a month or something like that. I'm not probably ever going to go that route, but if you have an EDU email address, you can get the 2.5 Pro for free, and you can apply that free stuff to your non-EDU account. So like my regular email address is this account, and it is getting the benefits from the .edu account. All right, so what is it doing here? Get param values. Okay, so we're grabbing the params. URI query of string, body string. So this is going to parse the URL decoder. Does this actually work though? That seems promising. Let's play around with this. So we've got params, unbound value. Oh, unbound value query of string. Yeah, it looks like it's just hallucinating this idea that you can hallucinating this URI package stuff. Unless it's gonna, does it build a query of string? The OCaml URI module is what you want to use here. It can parse this format for you. The response string you provided is essentially a query string. You can parse this string into a list of key value pairs. So why does this think that query string does not exist? URI dot query of string OCaml. Empty compare equal percent encode percent decode. Do I just want that? Query functions. Attempts to accommodate conventional query string representations while maximally exposing any meaning in those representations. Oh shoot, it's 8:22. I'm gonna have to get off here in a second. Query of encoded. The problem is there's a string verbatim query. Nah, get query param. Ooh, what's this? Get query param. Get query param accepts T in a string. It gives me a string list option. Returns the list of values for the key parameter in query queue. Note that an empty list is not the same as none. For a query foo, the mapping is So if I query foo, it returns some. Could I just use that? Get query param. Get query param q key returns the value found for a key in query q. So that'd be body string, and this would be, this needs to be a string, right? So error, what was the, shoot, where did I put it? Just error. We'll just call it error for now. Unbound value URI get, what did I, get query value, get query param. This expression has type string, but an expression was expected of type URI.t. Oh, so we to string. Oh, all right, this might be where we have to call it for today. I've got to go upstairs before my wife and kids run off to take the dog to her grooming appointment. All right, we should find someone to raid though. We haven't raided anybody in a little bit. Who's online? Dylan's online. Dylan's the only person online that I immediately recognize. And be very careful this time and not not send us to a random person. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. How do I, let's do this over here, monitor. And let's, why am I muted? Let's change our output to, click this.
Yeah, no problem, Eric.
Whoa, that's loud. All right. We will see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, we got that. We got the installation. We're gonna go here. Once generated, copy the access